Okay, where I was left off, we were, what, tracing down heretics? Trying to find out Lady Iceheart? Before we go ahead and get started on that, there's one thing I need to do. Actually, a couple things I need to do. Actually, hold on. The 47, so I can't do those quite yet. Ongala is gone. She has no duties that would have her take her from camp this day. Here she rides for Zonrock, and her chance at Zogast's head. The war leader must be told. Okay, that's a cool mountain. I want it. She is gone? That impatient whelp. Reckless actions is not material courage. Charging the battle without certainty of oneself or one's enemy is to court disaster. Lunga is beyond our help now. This is her battle and her battle alone. Malja law forbids intervention from in such vendettas. If she wishes to perish in a blaze of false glory, that's the path she has chosen. Lunga's decision to find her as a warrior. Thus will end her tale. Hunchaga will do nothing. We have trained Lungal since she was a mere, barely more than a hatchling. It must be something we... Honored ally, though I risk bringing shame upon myself and the Brotherhood, I beg you hear my plea. As an Amalja, I am bound by our laws and customs, but you are not. Pray follow Lunga into Zonrock and see that she survives this madness. I always have trouble going to the gate. I don't walk through it. Where are you, Zongasta? Your doom has come. Venture, why are you here? Follow me? I told you, I don't need... Since you are here, perhaps you can prove useful. There's a cage yet deeper within the stronghold. I thought that perhaps it might be... Well, just free the prisoner, yes? Key is held by Manab Ka. He's a Flametongue's second in command, and not to be underestimated. Zagoste is mine, and you'll have your share of the glory. Now go. Okay, easy enough. Excuse me? That was weird. Who is it? Who's there? Stay back. Stay away. I know why you're here, filthy kidnappers. You come from my little loon, haven't you? But you can't have her. No one can have her. She's been promised to the Lord of the Inferno. Mother, you're alive. Who is that? Oh no, I know your people snatchers and your dirty tricks. Now get out of here before you scare my little loon. Out. Out, I said. Gods, no. There is not quite as touching as the reunion between mother and child. I can scarce contain my tears of bittersweet joy. Costa, you'll pay for what you've done to her, and to me. Some of the tempered, such as this one, are exposed over long to the sacred flames. They become the walking witless, barely aware of their own existence. Is Lord Ifrit's power not magnificent? Come now, it is time you were purified in the raging blaze of his blessing. Come back and face me, coward. I go now to put an end to that monstrous abominations once and for all. But if I'm to have any chance of victory, I need you to first destroy Ifrit's beacons. Honor and pride, adventure. So which one? Okay, it's these guys. Got it. Hey, Dark Phoenix, how's it going? Hope you're having a good evening. Not bad, not bad. Just relaxing on the weekend. Trying to do a little bit more story plot. Should slowly begin to Shiva here shortly. Happy New Year, by the way. Happy New Year to you as well. I hope 2023 is even better than 2022 for you. Okay, so I just need one more beacon. There you are. Yeah, we can hope. I mean, I didn't have too bad of a year, but I'm gonna do what I can to make it even better. Like I said, it's not been too bad. Just been trying to stream this and a couple other games that I got for over the Christmas, so just kind of trying out different stuff, see if anyone would pay attention. So far, I got a few people coming in, like yourself, but can't complain. You are as a lost kitten that has wandered into a drake's lair. Surrender this doomed vendetta. Submit to Ifrit's will, as your mother did before you. Pain. How is this possible? My spells were drawn from the searing furnace of Ifrit's might. Wrong. Your power was drawn from the beacons, and those altars of suffering are no more. Without your precious blessing, yours not to protect you from the sting of my arrows. Mercy, mercy, I beg you. The will of our God is overwhelming. Spare my life, and I shall become your slave instead. Pitiful creature. If any would bring shame to the Amalja, Zogsta, it is you. Your power is broken, my vengeance complete. No more of my arrows need to be stained by your coward's blood. Crawl back under your rock, lizard. Gullible fool. Die. War leader. You forsook all that is sacred to a true warrior of the Amalja. Zogsta, for your cowardice and cruelty, the only reward is death. I beheld the entire confrontation, Lunga. You fought with honor and with courage. Such was my proud exultation. The dagger flew unbid from my hand. Unfortunately, then, that Zogsta stood in its path. Appears a perfect martial detachment, yet eludes even me. You were watching. Were you watching, Mother? Been avenged. Still need to do 34 EX4 from Inwalker before the 10th of January? What's the 10th of January? .3 release? Oh, I see. I don't really pay attention when release dates are for the patches. Kinda just do things at my own pace. The Flamefangs defeated, the Amalja within Zanrak will return to cowering behind their campfires. And to the embers of Ifrit's blessing yet smolder, we shall fight that fire with the flames of we ourselves nurture, strength born from within. But I need not speak to you of strength, for you, perhaps none more than any other, have neared the peak of perfection. You have earned the highest praise and deepest gratitude of my people. Even should our race clash in blood-drenched savagery, you, honored ally, will always be welcome by the Brotherhood of Ash. I've seen my mother safely to Forgotten Springs. It's unheard of for the Temper to ever recover from their primal-induced madness, but it is my hope that she'll at least find a measure of peace in our old home. Oh, in a word with you, adventurer. I question your resolve, and you have answered me as well as any Amalja warrior would. You have my respect. And my thanks. Oh, this feels strange. Why are you staring? I cannot help the way I look. My brethren must think me hideous. The road calls you, honored ally. Though misfortune seeks to waylay us, let us not stray from the path of the strong. Okay, and then so I just need to go back to Ul'dah and turn that in, and that'll be the... Well, that's kind of annoying, because then I have to come back here in order to buy the... That's dumb. they're not bad. They're just little... the Ixil are probably the worst because you gotta go through like 7 levels with them. They're also the crafting ones, so a bit annoying, but what can you do? Alright, come on. There you are, Swift. Commander, yeah, submitted a detailed report, Lieutenant Hart. It seems my decision to assign you this duty was a correct one. Within the Amalja fanatics, thus quelled, Danilin may enjoy a measure of peace for a time. And though we never in short supply of Beastman-related problems, I believe you've earned a respite from the chaos. Enjoy the rest while you may, Lieutenant Hart. Oh, the sylphs are bad. I don't like those ones. I mean, I guess it's a little bit easier now that you can fly, but I remember doing that when, where you had to actually walk everywhere, and it was a pain in the ass. Where am I going? Little Alamigo, there we go. They're worth doing, only because you do get the, there is that, like, little bit of, like, I don't know what you call it, but after you get all 5 of them done, there is, like, another quest at the end where, like, they all become united in a goal. That's kind of cool. And the Beast Tribe, the Ixil are worth doing for, because they're a very easy way to level up all your, Disciple of Hand quests. Like, that's really good experience. Where am I going? I need to go to you. Purchase items. And you should have the wind-up minion. So go ahead and grab you. And the Dracehorn. I'm probably not gonna do everything, because I'm already working towards ARR, but I'm gonna do as much as I can. Like, I have all the quests in the Black Shroud complete, and I have all the quests that are in this area complete. So, pretty much everything in Dandalin's complete except for like this 47 one, and then I think in East Shroud I got a couple quests, which I'm gonna wrap up. I don't know, it kind of depends. I'm not going to do Coils of Bahamut. I'll do that later. Even though I like the story of it, that's going to be too much of a pain in the ass to do. I'm just kind of clearing out these. So, like, with Gridania, because I started out with, Bard. That's why I finished up all those. Now that I'm working on the classes that are in Ul'dah, I'm kind of clearing out this area. I'll leave Limsa Lamensa and clearing all those quests out when I actually start working on those classes too. That's just kind of how I'm playing it right now. I know I got a couple quests over here I couldn't do right away, so I'm gonna knock that out real quick, and then focus on story a bit. Yeah, and the relics. Fuck doing the relics. I had the quest for it. Where is it? I also have to do this, the greatest story never told. But I do have the Weaponsmith of Legend. And I still need to do the Crystal Tower. I don't remember when that becomes mandatory. Where are you at? Paladin. I did that one with my other character one time, and it was so bad. You know about quartz doblins? Didn't expect you to. They're only found in the most dangerous reaches of Danilin. Type of goblin they are. Just kind of crunchier. Yes, they eat crystals, you know. And around these parts, there's a king feast to be had. Makes the doblins grow pure, clear quartz right in their bodies. Think you can get some for me? 2 or 3 quests before finishing a Realm Reborn? I'm assuming you're yourself? Because I know I've got quite a bit of ways to go before I can do that. Okay. So where am I into the next? Okay, Pugilist is 2 more away from leveling, so I might need to work on that too, just a bit. Yeah, if I did everything that the game was going to offer between now and Realm Reborn, or Heaven's Ward, I'd never get there before the... I don't know, for another, like, 3 months. I'll do what I can as I'm going through story, though. I'm not going to judge, but are you going to share? Oh, you're evil. One second, I accidentally misclicked something and now my game is broken. There we go. You have to go about 33 more quests before you do CT. Acronyms are killing me. What is CT? I feel like I should know. Oh, 33 quests away from doing Crystal Tower. Got it. Cool. I know it's mandatory now. I just didn't know when it's gonna be like, oh, hey, no, you gotta do this now. I figured it had to be some point before Heaven's Ward. I don't know, we'll have to see. Because, like, between this, I've also been playing Trails in the Sky. And there's another game I've been playing that's more like a puzzle game. So I've been kind of like, my attention's been divided, so I haven't been making as much progress as I would like. And other people want me to play Skyrim. There's that too. So, I don't know. I'm gonna have to try to make progress when I can. Why Why are you having me go... Why are you having me go this way? I don't know. Why are you throwing chocolate at me?
You want me to throw something else at you?
I'd rather you not throw anything at me. Stop! Good hunting. Back any clear quartz there. That's what I was after. Clear as God's piss, no offense intended, and it rings like a bell. The calamity changed a lot of things around here, that's true enough, but still a treasure trove. Can't ask for much more than as a miner. Never got in a battlefield. That's the one with like used to be like, I remember in Bad Company a lot of the environment was it was destructible. That was like the main selling point of it. Is this the end? I thought I would always have each other, my hair and I. Snurbles blood. You, sir, are a lifesaver. Now for the tonic, uncork the seed pickles, mine the effluvia, and whittle on this, a pistol of that, and there. I'll stand on ceremony, tick-tock, tick-tock. Put your back into it and work my scalp. Yes.
Are you giving the miner a massage?
Oh, you feel that? My precious Tessers? Papa's coming to save you. Once again, I am in your debt. Now that we know each other better, I can reveal the truth. This hair keeps me alive. I feel a great veneration of spirit whenever a strand is left on my comb. Surely this is proof enough. Right, so that's done. That should be all the quests. Should be all of the quests that are in Thanolin. I'm pretty sure. Except for this one, the greatest story ever told, but that one's a bit of an annoying one. So let's see, Strength and Unity, that's over in Kothras, so we'll go ahead and head over there. You don't know, you only play campaign? Well, I mean, in Bad Company, it kind of had a similar thing, where like the environment was just, all of it was pretty much destructible. I don't know, I don't play too many shooting games. There was one that was pretty good. I played a long time ago. Called Spec Ops: The Line. That game. That was something. Give me a second. Sorry about that. Girlfriend is slowly poisoning me with chocolate. Hey, drill them out. What do you want? The Signs of the Seventh Dawn wish to join us in the hunt for Iceheart. Your assistance is more than welcome, my friends. Considering the report I just received, I dare say your timing could be no better. We are all ears, Lord Drillamont. A band of pilgrims have seen transporting a large number of crates to the west. Their garb appears to match the description provided by the squire who survived the attack. Alas, our scouts lost track of them at Snowcloak, the self-same frozen wall which we speculated might conceal the heretics' hideaway. Suffice to say that the disappearance of these pilgrims and their provisions all but confirm our suspicions. I've heard enough. Knights will join the hunt. I took the liberty of summoning a unit of Crystal Braves to Whiteburn Front. Given the gravity of the situation, I trust you will agree that we might use every resource available to us. These are extraordinary circumstances, Commander. It would be in our best interest to coordinate our efforts. Such is my intent from the start, Sir Emmerich. And so it begins, my friend, though I dare say it'll prove to all too brief collaboration. Iceheart will not elude the combined forces of the Crystal Braves and the Temple Knights for long. Nevertheless, a wise man does not wager all upon the success of a single solution. There may be yet a subtler means by which we can locate the Heretics' lair. Mayhap Lord Drillamont has one in mind. Yes, excellent. My lady, everything has been accounted for. If there is aught else you would have us do, pray speak, and it shall be done. Okay, let's just take the money. It's bacon bread. Alright. It seems as though we've always one step behind, our query ever just beyond our reach. Though I'd like to believe that the tables are about to turn, I must confess that certain doubts. A joint effort may succeed where others have failed. But it could yet yield the selfsame result. Fortunately, we are not without other options. I trust you haven't forgotten Inquisitor Garlemine. We have not. The mystery how the heretic remained undiscovered for so long has been much in our thoughts, as is the question of what steps might be taken to prevent a similar breach of security in future. Accordingly, we conducted an exhaustive and covert evaluation of everyone in Whiteburn Front. Though some were found to have committed some certain minor transgressions, we identified only one possible heretic. If the man has pledged himself to Iceheart's cause, we will have taken note of the movements of the Temple Knights and the Crystal Braves. Upon recognizing their intent, he may attempt to warn the heretics. The man's watch is to end soon, at which point he must report to Sir Gentremont in the yard. I'd have you keep an eye on him. If he ventures beyond the walls, follow him discreetly. Should he meet with the heretic, do not interfere. Simply watch and listen. I have seen to it that the suspect knows nothing which might encourage our plans. Or endanger our plans. Wow. Okay. Suspect heretic leaves the southwest gate. Alright, so we just gotta follow him, right? Shouldn't be too bad. Let's hop on our biggest mount and be, you know, as stealthy as possible. Suspected heretic follows the road east. Isn't this in the opposite direction now? The suspect heretic headed south. Yeah, this is leading away from Snowcloak. Hey, where in the seven hells are you? I'm freezing my bollocks off here. I'm here, you blundering oaf. Why are you late? Standing on the wall, why else? I have duties to fulfill, you know. Your sole duty is to... Bloody Echo, lower your voice or they'll hear us and wipe in front. Yes, of course, the Temple Knights are... in Snowcloak. This is what you bring to me? We already know about. Our comrades in Boulder Down use the tunnels. Dead before they know what's happening. Nevertheless, we waste my time again. Is that clear? Alright, easy enough. Why are you having me go to Northshroud? There's a word. Oh, okay, that's a legend. Got it. Yeah, fuck doing a relic. That is way too long. Maybe eventually, because it is something I have to do. The completionist in me will not have it undone. Well, did your investigation bear fruit? I see. Shall have the man detained at once. His guilt is plain. But you could have heard his words more clearly. Yet the few snatches you were able to make out were nonetheless enlightening. It would seem the heretics are aware of our operation and confident that they can thwart it. Their comrades in the Boulder Downs are key to their plans, which means it is key to our plans that they are be rooted out and put to the sword. We have long suspected the heretics use a network of secret tunnels to traverse the highlands undetected. Given what you overheard, I fear that Snowcloak may be riddled with such passageways, and that the heretics in Boulder Downs are planning to use them to take our forces unawares. Needless to say, we cannot allow that to happen. Contingent of House Dealander Knights are on patrol in the area, and I shall order them to begin searching for the heretics at once. But knowing nothing of our enemy's numbers or readiness, I cannot say for sure that they will be sufficient. It would put my mind at ease if you would consent to assist our knights with the search. I know that you'd have the courage. I know they would take courage from the presence of a storied warrior. Pray rendezvous with them at Boulder Downs. If Holoni is kind, we may catch these heretics before their plans come to fruition. Show them no mercy, Lions. The lives of our allies are at stake. 10 years later. Jeez. Like I said, I did it one time for my main class and the other character. I don't look forward to doing that again, and again, and again. Oops, I'm going in the wrong direction. Oh yeah, gil's kind of the big problem. I don't have any gil. Kind of my own fault. I keep spending it on Beast Tribe mounts. I could spend hours doing gathering job stuff. Because I remember that being able to make a shit ton of money off of that. You know, you could easily buy the Beast Tribe mounts from the mobile homes. I didn't know that, but now I do. Whatever, not that big of a deal. It's not like Gil is that hard to get anyway. It said no word of your coming, Lions. What has happened? Is that in your hand? Oh, the fury. Those are veterans worth years of service. And now they lie dead in the snow. Bodies must be recovered and... No. No, we have not the men to spare. Not now. Not while Icehair prepares to summon an abomination. The heretics you dispatched were not of the sufficient number to contend with the combined strength of the Temple Knights and Crystal Braves. There must be others. I'll wager they're on their way to Snowcloak as we speak. To make matters worse, it seems the traitor you followed managed to pass the heretics something of value after all. The parchment you recovered is a timetable of the guardsman watches at our outpost in Snowcloak. The traitor was stationed there long before he aroused our suspicions. If they had caught him sooner. This information, the heretics would know when the watch was the weakest. They could use their tunnels with impunity and prepare their ambush. The timetable is not changed, you see. Of course it will be changed now, but the heretics may already be in position. Hasdale must send reinforcements, even if it means withdrawing knights from the Stone Vigil. I see no other way to safeguard the lives of our allies. I think you're going to transfer over okay. I don't think I've ever had 1,000,000 gil, but... Time is of the essence, Lions. While my knights make ready to depart, the heretics must take our allies in Snowcloak unawares. Superior training and equipment will avail them not if they were cut down ere their swords are drawn. But all is not yet lost. If you leave now, there may still time to warn them. Make haste, I beseech you. Fly the Snowcloak and tell Sir Emmerich everything we have discovered. Okay, I actually... give me 1 second. Sorry about that. I don't know if it's a cold weather or whatever, but it's... Meeting's a little rough for me. Whatever, I've got heretics to chase down. Fuck my health. It's kind of weird. I thought we met Membreda before. Or I think her name's Membreda. The other Scion who kind of joins us for a little bit. I thought we met her before we went to Stonecloak. Lions, this is a welcome surprise. Perhaps the only one thus far. As you can see, we have yet to uncover any hidden... You have my gratitude, truth be told. We suspected the heretics might be plotting such an attack. Now that we have confirmation, I shall place my knights on high alert. Has Commander Louvier been informed? The Braves must be made aware. It's been so long since I've done these quests. It must be here. I'm certain of it. Why else would they go to such lengths to defend Snowcloak? It is but a pity to discover. Discovery comes when our enemy has us at such a disadvantage. Forewarned though we may be, the heretics know this terrain far better than we. I dare not think how many are watching us at this very moment. Confound it. This is all wrong. Iceheart has us scrambling to save our own skins. We should rightly be straying every sinew to find her. And stop this damnable summoning. There she is. Come here, girl. That was close. They didn't hurt you, did they? Only my pride, Yida. There will be others nearby. We must see that we are given a similarly warm welcome. Commander Louvier. There's been a development, sir. Together with the Temple Knights, we have secured the entrance to some half-dozen tunnels. They're spotting the enemy breaking the surface. But that is not all, sir. We think that one of them may be important. Certainly the heretics near flung themselves upon our swords to defend it. Aha, just as expected. Amongst the warren of tunnels lies the entrance to Iceheart's lair. Some of the others. We are going in. A moment, Alvinode. The tunnel in question is barely wide enough for 2 men abreast. We cannot say any certainty where it leads, much less where it's wanting us, what is waiting for us there. Furthermore, we have no way of knowing how many heretics are still lurking here on the surface. What if they were to converge on this point after we enter the tunnel? For all we know, we could be funneling our forces into a trap. I take your point. The tunnel is indeed as narrow as you say. Greater numbers would be more a hindrance than a help. Should we encounter difficulty, our own allies would become an obstacle to escape. Change of your plans. While we rendezvous with Sir Emmerich and keep the heretics at bay here, you will go wherever the tunnel leads. If you find Iceheart at the end of it, do not let her escape. You venture into the unknown to see what you are, so see that you are prepared for anything, since you call upon your allies, though not too many, or Papalimo will sulk. The entrance to the tunnel, sir? It's just over there. Have we not seen the heretics breaking the surface, we would never have noticed it. Per Sir Emmerich's orders, we will stand guard outside. Please be aware that should you encounter significant resistance, we cannot leave our post. Now we have Snowcloak. Actually, I'm kind of curious. TV support. We can go in there with the made-up party. I just want to make sure I've gotten all these done. Yeah, it's kind of looking like it. I think the things I still have to do... Pretty sure I did this as well. Yep, there we go. I've done all the hard. I need to do all the extreme fights. What I'm also gonna do, we're gonna go over to Mordona real quick. I'm gonna try to upgrade my gear because I'm sure I kind of need it. I don't have the best stuff yet. Paladin get a rework? To be fair, I don't have much experience with Paladin, so I couldn't tell you what would change. My main experience was on Warrior. Okay, so we need to go over here. This is... So we need the legs. earring. Sure. There we go. Don't need the sling one, but at the same time I already got aiming ring, so that should make sure... Outside of our weapon, which could use some work, everything else should be 130. Alright, so what to do while we're waiting for Stonecloak? I do need to get Pugilist ready for leveling, so we'll go to Ul'dah real quick. I'm an idiot. I need to go to the adventures building. Go ahead, pop this on. Sure, there we go. Oh, never mind. See if I can actually remember this. It's been a while since I've done Snowcloak. This ends with Fenrir, right? This is probably the one dungeon I really don't like the music for this place. Don't get me wrong, it fits for the location, but it doesn't really, like, give me in the mood to fight anything. It'll lull me to sleep more than anything else. Let's see, they changed some of the bosses' mechanics? Did they? I have to see, because I actually kind of like some of the mechanics in this dungeon. Like, it's not a bad dungeon. I don't need the dungeon itself. It just, I don't know. The music's the only thing that kills it for me. Okay, we'll have to see. I think we're coming up to the first boss here shortly. stack of 4 will result in deep freeze. And we certainly don't want that. So that seems like... I didn't get a stack there. Interesting. Damn it. What did I do? So if I remember, we want to... Well, it's going to depend on how the tank handles this. Because we don't want to be in the cold wind. So he's going to pull over to this side. You said it might change, so we'll have to see. But I remember this basically like... We have to like... Well, the tank needs to aim them at rabbits that appear on the battlefield, which we turn into giant snowballs. And that allows us to like stun him. Or maybe not. No, they definitely changed this. I wonder if it was just because like people couldn't figure out how to do it, but you know it wasn't really that complicated. It was a tank having to face the boss. Yep, a little too early there. I don't know. I never thought it was that difficult of a thing to do, but I can see with some new players, it might be a little rough. The French? What? Confused by that remark. God damn it, I keep hitting that wrong button. Close you. Thank you. Get back into my game. Got a new keyboard for Christmas, so it's throwing my muscle memory off a little bit. It's not a bad... I like the keyboard, don't get me wrong, but it's definitely not the, doesn't have the same design as my other ones, so it throws me off just a hair. Automod detected something with my previous message? Huh? I shouldn't have any, like, real mod things. I don't have any... Well, maybe there's something with Twitch, because I don't care what people say in my chat. As long as it's not something that's too bad. There should be, like, nothing set in place that, like, blocks anything. If it did something in your previous message, I'm sorry. That's I swear that's not on me, because I don't like how, like, censored the internet has really gotten. I play on light EU DC, and the French are very bad players, so 90% of the... Alright, Fenrir. Let's see if they changed anything about you. I don't know why they would. I actually like your mechanic. Oh, that is saying something. God damn. Okay, so now he's got 4 spears instead of 3. That is a short period to escape that, but I guess it's meant to just tell you to beware of facing, so that's fine. Interesting. Yeah, this is new. Tingle pulls a 90 dungeon. Ugh. That's terrible. Okay, so he chained him up a little bit, but he's not too difficult. Okay, melee DPS. It's your goal, it's your job to limit break. Okay, well, if he's not gonna do it, by the time it gets to 50, I'm gonna drop it. Alright, might as well give the tank the command.
The tales do not do you justice, warrior of light. Yes, I know who you are, and you know who I am. I was given the name Izel, but I earned the name Iceheart. This endless cycle of hatred, of bloodshed, of sorrow. You would see it continue, O noble warrior of light. I would not. I will not. I will bring an end to this war between dragon and man, no matter the cost. In time, you will come to understand that what we do for the greater good. For Eorzea, for Hydaelyn.
That took longer than I expected. What news, Lions? So Iceheart is but a pseudonym. Not that it matters. That she managed to escape is regrettable, but from your description of the beast, you did well to come as close as you did. In any case, now that you have cleared a path, the Temple Knights can begin to survey the tunnels in earnest. Perhaps they'll find a route past the ice wall, and that do wonders for their fight against the heretics. The Crystal Braves will certainly share the credit too. To be praised, Lions. We may yet turn the situation to our advantage. Soon we can stop Iceheart before she summons Shiva, of course. Nevertheless, needless to say, our fellow Spies have not been idle. Minfilia and Oriange have been busy pursuing the archives of House Fontaine, gathering what information they can on Shiva. Which reminds me, if you are intending to trudge back to Camp Dragonhead to report on the day's events, don't. The Undescendant should be here any minute. I can only assume some people enjoy subjecting themselves to this cold. Ascendant, you come to us straight from the archives of House Fontaine. I trust your time there has proved fruitful. What did it had? Orianage and I scoured countless texts, and what we found was of questionable veracity. Accounts of Shiva's life and deeds are sparse and contradictory, only agreeing upon one point. She laid down with a dragon, the gravest of all sins, according to the Ishgardian faith. In the eyes of Iceheart's followers, this was a holy act, the blessed union of man and dragon. If such a thing could even be possible is quite another question. Suffice to say, I very much doubt that we will find a useful answer in the archives of House Fontaine. Much knowledge has been lost over the centuries, though in this case, one wonders if it is not by circumstance or design. You said that Iceheart took a moment to plead her case prior to escaping, did you not? Viewed without prejudice, most would agree that bringing on an end to the endless war serves the greater good. I think Sir Emmerich might take issues with their methods. I do not care if a few stragglers manage to escape. Until the sapper confirms that a tunnel is safe, the men are not to search it. Yes, Lord Commander. You pursue your foes with less zeal than I had expected, Sir Emmerich. Unless you misunderstand, I do not deny that our enemy has given us good reason to be prudent. I merely meant, for being a man of faith, that I had expected a certain single-mindedness. After all, was it not the will of the Helone that your ancestors came to this land? Why they took up arms against the Dravanians? What would they have done in your position, I wonder? There are those who believe faith is a renunciation of free will, that unquestioning devotion is required of all who would live a life in service to the Fury. Such righteous fervor may well serve a knight on the front line, less so a leader of men. We are all at the liberty to interpret the scriptures as we will. I choose to believe that the Fury would value the lives of her followers over the deaths of her enemies. But I would not presume to speak of the Knights of Eld. It was a matter at a different time, nay, a different era. Scripture tells us only so much. What had it told us more? The man is awfully pragmatic for a servant of the Holy See. A welcome trait to the negotiation table, to be sure. Less so when one's enemies are making ready to harness the power of a god. Mayhap he does not truly believe the Ice Knight's plan can succeed. Truth be told, I too remain somewhat skeptical. Shiva was real, a living, breathing woman. Of there can be no doubt. In this respect, she differs from every other figure to have been summoned, each of whom we worshipped as a god. The sole exception being good King Mughal XII, the myth made manifest in response to the fervent supplications of the Mughal Guard. Saint Shiva may differ, but what of the heretics? They are a tribe of outcasts at war with a mighty nation, who yearn for the resurrection of one who embodies their beliefs. If that is not placing one's faith in a higher power, then what is? Crystals and conviction, Minfilia. They have them both in abundance. Can that truly be all that is required? My survey team has concluded a preliminary analysis of the Aetherite Ice Heart used to escape. They believe she teleported to another Aetherite somewhat not far to the west. Despite the apparent proximity of the second Aetherite, however, they can wholly unable to detect its presence directly. Unless Ice Heart has some means to mask its signal, I can only presume she had destroyed it to prevent us from following her. Without the means to teleport as she did, we have no choice but to search for an alternate path, most likely a tunnel, assuming one exists. Let us not give up on teleportation just yet. One of our colleagues in Charlian may yet be able to assist us. I pray that you are right. I do not think how long it will take us to survey the entire tunnel system. While Minfilia looks into our Aetherite problem, I would request your assistance with another matter. The 3rd unit is currently tracking the remnants of the heretic force which attacked us, but the search goes poorly despite our numbers. Kotros is vast, and Ice Heart's followers know the terrain far better than we. Your knowledge of this region may serve to hasten the process. The sooner we capture Ice Heart's followers, the sooner we can press them for their leader's whereabouts. Also, though it's admittedly a selfish request, I feel my braves would benefit immensely from working alongside you. We have our share of veterans. We also have more than a few less experienced recruits, many of whom look up to you in case you were not aware. Good. I knew you would understand. You, Hase, will appraise you of the details. When the task is complete, come find me at the observatorium. Captain Ilbert and I are meeting there to discuss the latest developments in the investigation. The Temple Knights shall hold Stonecloak in your absence. Let us leave them to their work. Ours is more pressing. Thank you. There you are, Lions. Commander Liviere instructed me to wait for you. Your assistance is most welcome, believe me. Most of the 3rd hail from Ul'dah. For a man accustomed to the feels of sand beneath his boots, the crunch of snow can be rather disconcerting. But to the matter at hand, nearly a moment ago I received word that the heretics have been have been spotted making for Danafan Pass. My braves are already in pursuit, and I'd be grateful if you would join them. I myself shall be taking part in the hunt. Never let it be said I do not earn my coin. Balls, my ankle is on fire. Caught my boot on a rock or something and twisted as I fell. There's one ahead to the Danafan Pass. Hurry, you might catch up. If you aren't sure where to go, look for tracks. The snow is fresh, so it shouldn't be hard to find. tracks lead southeast. There you are. Scion, what are you doing here? The Heretics? I'm not sure. There was a giant scaled beast in Yuhase. I think he went east on his own. The Heretics split up, so we did too. Oh, embarrassing. I was so intent on following the Heretics' tracks that I almost failed to notice that they had doubled back. Almost, mind you. One tried to sneak up behind me and got a knife in the gut for his troubles. I thought myself alone, so I started searching the dead man's knapsack for anything of interest. But lo and behold, before his friends found me, I came upon this. Withdraw the groups in 3 or less to the observatorium. Get the signal and wait. The merchant will be watching. Be late and be left for dead. Speak for itself, does it not? Can't possibly mean to rendezvous inside the place, so we should restrict our search to surrounding areas. Let me rephrase that. You should restrict your search to the wilderness around the observatorium. I need more than a moment's rest to recover from these wounds. I am through with listening to your excuses. We leave now. How? The woods are crawling with those bluecoats. The knights are searching every wagon that passes through the gates. Well, stay with him then, if you think you'll fare any better. Now, there's no need for that. There are places like this in my homeland. There are snow-scaped peaks where blood must not be shed. Yet your lands ever thirst for the blood of the fallen. By your deeds, it has drunk deep. No, I have done no wrong. None but meet in secret with heretics. Deny it all you will, we shall have the truth from you yet. Inquisitors are not the only ones skilled in the art of interrogation. Damn it all. Fancy meeting you here, Lions. I presume your work with the Third brought you hither. What a tangled web. Lest you wonder, we came here not for the heretics, but for the merchant who had been conspiring with them. He came to our attention during the course of our investigation into the Ivy. It's beggar's belief, I know, but it seems our favorite Garlean spy may have been providing assistance to Iceheart. Were not for the efforts of Lady Yagiri and her shinobi, we might never have discovered this connection. Master Alphanote is too kind. I fear my people and I have done little to aid your search for this spy. We long to strike back against the Empire and weaken their influence in this land, to prevent the tragedy which befell Domo from reoccurring. The days ahead and the work they promise will require a very particular set of skills, skills which I am fortunate enough to possess. If you'd allow it, I would accompany you until the investigation is complete. Had to watch the Meme Walker of 2022? What? Not sure what that is. This is the most generous offer, Lady Yagiri, one which I gladly accept. Thank you. Though I may disappear for a time, know that I shall never be far, and always be watching. A comforting dot. Come, Lions, let us wait inside for Captain Ilbert to return and deliver his report. I kind of forgot we were also tracking down, even though I kind of named it. There was the whole thing with the Ivy, which I guess is a spy in Ulda? I kind of got so invested in Iceheart, I kind of forgot that was a thing. All the means were present in 22 and 14. Oh, okay. Captain Ilbert seems confident that the merchant's resolve would swiftly crumble when pressed. If so, we should have new information ere long. As to whether it will bring us any closer to learning the Ivy's identity, I would rather not say. Given our adversary's cunning, I shall consider us most fortunate if we are spared another wild dodo chase. The gods know we have more than enough to occupy our time as it is. Okay, so now we're back on the hunt for Ivy again. Captain Aylbird, your report, if you will. Aye, Commander. Firstly, with regard to the heretics we captured, I regret to say the man could not tell us not that we did not already know of Shiva. We have since handed him over to the Ishgardian authorities. Henceforth, the Holy See will pursue the matter independently. Our inquiries concerning the Ivy, however, have proven more fruitful. We have ascertained the channel by which the heretics acquired their information on the shipment routes. Go on. You will recall the flame we first identified so being in the Ivy's employ. From him, we were able to trace a trail of conspirators, each taking us closer to his master. Alas, the trail has become to an abrupt end. Fearing the investigation has been compromised, we took the necessary step of detaining the suspect of conspiracy. There are 5 on the list, including the flame station at Remnant's Toll. The man's primary duty was keeping an inventory of donations from abroad, the particulars of which he would share with his benefactors, thereby ensuring the needs do not go unfulfilled. By virtue of his role, he was privy to the details of all shipments bound for the settlement. Needless to say, that included those originating from House Fontaine. He knew this precise route the caravan would take, and he sold that information to a merchant. I think we can guess which one. None other. With a little encouragement, he soon confessed to knowingly aiding and abetting the heretics. Well, there's one mystery solved at least, but what of the Ivy? Are we any closer to prizing off this mask? I dare say we are, Commander. Our relentless pursuit has forced him to commit a grave error. In desperate bid to cover his tracks, the Ivy resorted to exercising certain administrative powers available to only high-ranking members of the Immortal Flames. If you consider that, then our investigation is known to barely a handful of them. The field of suspects is greatly narrowed. You mean to say the agent is among Raban's inner circle? Someone who has been with them since the Immortal Flames' establishment. It's the most plausible explanation. The infiltration likely occurred during the company's founding, with the groundwork for the acts being laid beforehand. To slip into a position of authority unremarked and remain above suspicion all these years. I too was surprised, though I really shouldn't not have been. Of the 3 grand companies, Ul'dah has ever been more vulnerable to the infiltration. Both Limsa Lamenta and Gridani have long-standing armed forces that lent themselves to the foundation of the Maelstrom Order of Twin Adler. To all intents and purposes, it was the same people. Loyal ones, mind, under the same leadership. Only the banner was different. Not so with the Flames. Ul'dah's military was made up of desperate orders, most of which were glorified mercenary companies that answered only to their own paymasters, on the ideal of environment in which to establish something as high-minded as a grand company. The difficulties Raban faced when founding the Immortal Flames are well known. Even after he convinced his fellow syndicate members to share the cost, there remained a small matter of finding enough bodies to fill the ranks. Indeed, and given the pressing nature of the Imperial threat, the recruiting every passing sellsword. Amidst the chaos of its foundings, it would have been child's play to infiltrate the company. A good deal easier than now, The Immortal Flames have ever been caught between conflicting interests, the public and the private. Though the monetarists ultimately agreed to support the organization's founding, it was not only out of charity that they did so, but simply self-preservation. Had Niall von Darnus' ambitions been any less apocalyptic, be sure that they would never risk supplying Raban with an army. 'Tis but a wonder they did not attempt to extinguish the flames the moment the danger had passed. Returning to the present. Even as we speak, our Doman allies are shadowing several high-ranking flames. Any one of them could be the Fury. Any one of them could be the Ivy. Desiring to deal a blow against the Empire, the refugees are eager to lend us their aid. I expect to hear from them ere long. Very good. Pray continue with your investigation with the first. Meanwhile, have the second attend to the unrest. The third can join the fourth in inspecting crystal shipments. If they notice anything unusual, I want to know about it. If Shiva is summoned in a manner to the other primals, the heretics will be looking for further supplies. Understood, Commander. I shall send word to Sir Emmerich informing him of the successes in identifying the heretics' abettors. Hopefully this information will be of some use to the Ishgardians. It is time, Commander. Yes, I am aware. An emergency council of the Alliance leaders has been called. There have been developments in Garlemald, it would seem. As commander of the Crystal Braves, my presence has been requested. I'd have you accompany my alliance as the realm's stoutest champion. This only meet 'Tis only meet that you be present for the discussion. Oh, and the Senate has already given her consent, lest you worry. God, we're already on... God, has it already been almost 2 years? Like, well, it's been 1 year, but... Like me, you are doubtlessly eager to conclude our business with Iceheart, but until another path to the sanctum is found, we may be beyond our reach. Minfilia and the Archon are sparing no effort to secure an alternative route. Till such time as they succeed, I suggest we give some thought to the realm's other problems. We shall go ahead to Gridania in readiness to the upcoming council. We may not have us alter. We shall make our way to Lotus Stand together. I haven't even started in Walker, so I need to get that before the next. I need to get there before the next expansion comes out. My thanks for coming, Lions. When you are ready, speak with the Conjurer yonder. The Alliance leaders await you in the Lotus Den. Will you be joining them now? Yes, I will.
Change has come to the Garlean Empire, and we must discuss the implications.
The rumors are true, then? The War of Succession is ended?
It is. A new emperor reigns in Garlemald.
Who?
The birth and all too rapid expansion of the Garlean Empire is commonly attributed to the strategic brilliance of Solus Zosgalvis, yet he did not rule alone. Several members of the royal household also distinguished themselves during his reign. Nevertheless, it was the eldest son who stood to inherit the throne, until his most untimely passing.
I thought us fortunate when I learned that the Emperor had died without naming a successor.
Would that the Garlean Empire had died with him.
'Twas the grandson and his uncle who had the strongest claims, was it not?
Indeed, yet claims count for little without the power to assert them. High Legatus Varus Ye Galvus is a respected military leader. Not so his uncle.
So young Varus has torn the crown from his uncle's grasp and taken his place at the head of the Empire.
don't know what it is with Square Enix, but always making the bad guys look cooler than everybody else.
The nature of his succession. The new emperor will require time to seal his grip on power. Yet have no doubt but that he shall, for there are none left with strength enough to oppose him.
Since the success of Operation Archon, the remnants of the 14th Legion and the forces occupying Alamigo have done naught but fortify their positions. But you can be sure they'll be ready to march on us again, if their Emperor gives the word.
When, not if. They say this Varus was so set upon Eorzean annexation that he spoke out against the Meteor Project.
Plainly, the new emperor's intentions are of great concern to us all. I propose that we set aside the Cartno dispute for the present, and discuss what measures the Alliance might take to prepare for a resumption of hostilities with Garlemald.
I mean, his design's a little goofy, but I mean, so far, like, pretty much all the Garlean's designs have, I don't know, looked cooler in my opinion. Very Final Fantasy XII Judges look.
Moreover, I move that we re-examine the question of how our former allies in Ishgard might be persuaded to retake their place at our side. Could Eorzea but stand as one, 'twould deal a grave blow to our enemies' ambitions.
Well, I suppose we should be grateful that they have finally acknowledged the inevitability of Imperial attack. Who knows? They may even do something about it. If only the leaders of Ishgard would follow their example and stop hiding behind their gates, praying for the coming storm to pass them by. But that is a discussion for another time. At present, I am more concerned by the fact that the Alliance's mooted preparations will be made known to the Garleans many moons before their coming. So long as the Ivy eludes our grasp, no secret is safe.
You make me something? I don't know what I want. Whatever. It would not have escaped our notice that the nations of Eorzea are no near to being one purpose, despite the protestations to the contrary. Plainly, the threat of resurgent Garlemald is not enough to stir them. And the reason for this, deep-rooted mistrust amongst the citizenry. The nation's leaders have come to all the understanding they like, but their unity means little and less for the common folk. Take the Lemincents, for example. Though the Admiral outlawed piracy over a decade ago, foreigners still picture the nation as a haven for grog-swelling, wood-legged cutthroats. And likewise, the Gridanians are mocked for hermits who would talk to trees, and the Aldens scorn as swindlers who worship coin. Not that such sentiments are not entirely without grounds, of course. Take the pillar of Olden society, Telegi ad Telegi, for example. But that is beside the point. The fact that there are people who are weary of outsiders, whether they have cause to be or not. On that basis, one could argue the conflict at Cartno is a necessary evil. Each nation has its own warmongering faction that advocates the acquisition of Omega. In order to placate them, we present them something resembling warfare, and thereby curb their appetite for full-scale conflict. But enough idling musings. Let us speak for a more pressing matter, the Ivy. When we spoke of the Observatorium, Captain Elbert has further shortened his list of suspects, and by happy coincidence, the one he deems the most likely candidate is likely came to Gridania. The hunt nears its end, Lions. All that remains is to cover our query. Seek out Ilberd near the Adler's Nest, and he'll give you the particulars. Should there be any developments in Cothras, be sure that I will send word without delay. In the meantime, I wish you success in apprehending the Ivy. God, pretty sure he's in the, He's on this side of the map. Excuse me? What are you? Oh, okay, because yes, I did Ramo. This is the extreme version of the fight. What if it's the Slayer of Ramo, come to see in the flesh? How fortunate that you should happen by. I was, in fact, on the verge of sending a runner to track you down. We've been troubling news from the Sylphs of Little Solstice. It appears that the Lord of Levin walks at Twelveswood yet again. From what I understand of the Elder Seedseer's explanation, your last attempt with the Primal was a relatively peaceful affair. That was a battle, aye, but one which Ramuel did not begrudge your victory. Why then has he returned to the forest? 'Tis you, Lions, whom fate has chosen to answer that question. It seems that Fruxio, the Sylph Elder, would discuss the matter with you personally. Pray speak with Delixia and Little Solstice, and she will announce your arrival to their leader. And I'd also consider it a favor if you could pass along aught you learned to the Scions. As I understand it, the Archon Oriange is a keen scholar in the field of matters primal. Make your final report to him. Yeah, we're gonna have to do that later. As A, I'm not exactly sure. Well, I may be a little bit kitted out. The only thing I'm missing is my weapon. But, and B, extreme primal fights, they're really not worth doing at this point. Thank you. My thanks for coming, Scion. Doubtless the commander has informed you, but we have amassed the Ivy. From this point on, we must proceed with extreme caution. Listen well. The spy has been seeking all this time is none other than the Flame General, Lane Rael, Raban's second in command. Prior to joining the Immortal Flame, she was a mercenary of no small renown. They say her skill with the polearm had to be seen to be believed. Ishgardian birth, she's the highest ranked foreigner in the Immortal Flames, barring the Flame General herself, of course. When he formed the Grand Company, Ravan chose people based on their worth. They hailed was of no interest. The monitors saw differently, however. Having funded the enterprise, they reserved the right to reject candidates nominated for high-ranking positions. It was no secret that they did not favor foreigners, Ishgardians especially, after the way the Holy See forsook this alliance. Yet the monitors did not raise so much as a murmur of protest when Rael was appointed to her post. Passing strange, is it not? Could it be that the Ivy has some hold over the monetarist? These revelations are secondary to our current mission. Our foremost interest is Rael's presence here now. She may be aware it is the duty of the Flame Marshal to command the Immortal Flames in the absence of the Flame General. While Raban attended the Council of Alliance Leaders, she should have remained in the Hall of Flames. That woman has no business being in Gridania, but here she is nonetheless. It's on pretense. She is up to something, mark my words. Even as we speak, I have a dozen men thawing the flame records for evidence of Rael's guilt. But if we can catch her red-handed, we shall have all the proof we need. Which brings me to a plan. I have people watching the city gates, the airship landing in the docks, every point of egress. She cannot leave without our knowledge. All that remains is to shadow her until she betrays her true purpose. Can I rely upon your eyes, Scion?
She really aspires you to
You'll see. We have my thanks. Let us go then, and take care not to alert our query. Oof, what'd you put in there? Okay. I can definitely taste the vanilla.
Can you?
Uh-huh. Oh my goodness. Why the fuck was that such a bad delay? Let's headed to the direction of the Blue Badger Gate. With me, Scion. So Royale has entered the Carling Canopy. Think someone perchance? Or could it be the means to board an airship? I look to for her within. She's not on the upper floor. Try the landing area below. One of mine is stationed there, and she should have seen something. Euphemia is her name. I shall remain here in case Royale reappears. Lionsheart, what an unexpected pleasure. What brings you here? A social visit, you say? How pleasant. No, she didn't come this way. I noticed every passenger and bore none any resemblance. Well, don't let me keep you. Nowhere to be seen, you say? Are you sure she did not board an airship? She did not come back out either. The 7 hells could she have gone? Roost, how could I forget? Greetings, good sir. May I interest you in some Unituni tonic? A cup a day imbues a man with great vigor, if you get my meaning. Perhaps another time, friend. Wait, that necklace. You're a shinobi of Doma. That woman you seek has left Gridanian by way of the West Shore Pier. She has attained as a merchant, but these eyes are not so easily deceived. You may wish to take your search to the East Shroud. Rest assured that we shall continue to support you from the shadows. I think the 12 for the Domans, were it not for their unique talents, Royale would have disappeared without a trace. Oh, this load-in is so bad. I know my computer's not that bad. Our hunt leads us to the East Shroud sign. I suggest we follow Royale's example and take the ferry from West Sword Pier. You doubtless wish to make certain preparations. See to them while I go on ahead. I'll wait for you by Sweet Plum Pier. That should be the Lancers Guild, right? This way, my friends. Your query makes for Hawthorne Hut. If Rael is truly the one we seek, we can expect that she means to take contact with the Garlean Masters there. An explanation is in order. You are no doubt aware that Garleans have made their own methods of communicating over great distances. Our ingenious friends at Garland Ironworks have provided us with a device which disrupts these communications. We've installed them along the city-states. In doing so, we made it difficult for Imperial agents to correspond with their masters. Rael would thus have no choice but to rendezvous with her Imperial contact directly. Yet as a well-known face in Immortal Flame, she cannot move about then alone without being recognized. It would only be a matter of time before someone saw through her disguise. It's for this reason I believe that she has chosen the Black Shroud for her clandestine meeting. The Elves are a common sight there, and her comings and goings are not like to turn any heads. As my scouts tell it, the Garleans have sent agents with a mind to destroy the device and render such contact unnecessary. Fortunately, our shinobi have thus far been successful in rebuffing their efforts. This is it. We need only make for Hawthorne's hut to catch Rael in the act. How many quests did you say I still had to go through? Let's see. 33 quests away? Fuck. Wow, this is not where I want to go. We will deal with that later. If Rael was here, she is no more. We have no choice but to continue the pursuit. Excuse me? My people report that our quarry has departed for the Bramble Patch. Gavia returned to the Gnarls when she came. Perhaps this is all for the better. To convict someone of her standing, we will require damning evidence against her. It would be better than catch her in the act when she meets with the Garlean Masters. My country and I will lie in wait in the shadows. Tread wearily, my friends. Beyond, Rael is in conversation with an individual clad in the manner of an adventurer. The Imperial intermediary, no doubt. There it is. This is it, with me. Flame Marshal Elaine Rael, you are under arrest for treason and espionage. You are followed, you bloody fool. Damnation. You are unarmed, my lady. Search the guard for battle. If you wish to fight, you are welcome to try. What is the meaning of this, Captain? Did you arrest me for strolling in the Twelveswood? When last I looked, that was no crime. Neither was conversing with passing strangers. You would feign ignorance, then. Very well. If you do think of something to say, there's plenty of time to say it later. Come quietly, or I shall make you wish you had. I will offer you no struggle, for I have aught not to hide. Even a warrior royale's renown could not have hoped to escape by force. Despite her claims, her surrender does not bespeak innocence, but an awareness that her position is unattainable. With the ivy thus uprooted, it is to be hoped that the tendrils she entwined around the immortal flames will gradually wither and die. Perhaps with the people old, I will have the great company they deserved. Let's speak of the present, if I may. What will you do now, Lions? So the Scions seek a way into Iceheart's sanctum. And I dare say you are eager to return to the Rising Stones. Pray do not let me keep you. Fear not, my countrymen and I will tend to the aftermath. You need not waste your talents here. And speaking of talents, have you considered training in the art of shinobi? You have an aptitude for it, I believe, so please give it some thought. Until next time, my friend. Welcome back, Lions. I understand that Alphino has a task for you. Ask what it is? Charges of treason and espionage against Elaine Royale. I can scarce believe it. Could there not have been some manner of misunderstanding? It fails us not to dwell on it. But the truth may be, we must trust the authorities to uncover it. Let's speak to another matter. I am pleased to report that we have made progress in our efforts to find a way into Iceheart's sanctum. As you may recall, Iceheart used the Aetheryte in the depths of the Snowcloak to teleport a short distance to the west, most likely to a sanctuary of some description. It is there that we suspect the means to summon Shiva using the crystals she stole from the House von Tom's caravan. The heretics believe they are bringing about the second coming of their patron saint, but if, as we suspect, they mean to hold a summoning ritual of some kind employed by the beast tribes, it seems likely that the result will be something more akin to a primal. Suffice to say, that must be stopped, and stop them we shall, but first we must surmount the obstacle that Iceheart has placed in our path. Ordinarily, it would be a simple matter to tap into the established Aethernet and thereby follow our query. However, despite our best efforts, we've been unable to ascertain the position of the Aetheryte to which she teleported. Our prevailing theory is that she destroyed the sacred Aetheryte upon arrival. A reckless, desperate measure, but also an effective one. After discussing the matter at length with Oriange, we have concluded that we lack the expertise to develop a solution, which is why we call upon the aid of one who does possess such expertise, a colleague of ours who is currently en route to Revenant's Toll from Charlian. She should be arriving within the hour, in fact. Since you are here, perhaps you could welcome her together. I'm certain she would appreciate the gesture. Let's make our way to the northern gate and wait her coming. Okay, so this is where she comes in. What to say, because I'm pretty sure we learn about the white crystal before we fight Shiva.
Minfilia, am I right?
None other. I bid you welcome to Revenant's Toll, and thank you for traveling so far on such short notice.
As if I could ever say no to Urianger.
Moonbreeder is an accomplished Sharlayan scholar and an authority on aetherite technologies.
Okay, so I'm not delusional. I had her name right. I thought I was fucking it up.
She has played an invaluable role in our search for a means to capture Ascian souls.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Let's return to the Rising Stones at once then. We have much to discuss.
It's been ages!
Oh, longer, sister.
A joyous reunion indeed.
Well, of course it is. Moon and I are like twin sisters.
Save in appearance and aptitude.
Everyone, if I could have your attention. We have with us an esteemed guest who has come from Sharlayan to assist us. I bid Moonbreeder join us here that she might share with us her extensive knowledge of aetherites. Also, as many of you are already aware, she has been overseeing our research into white auracite, a sample of which she has been good enough to bring with her.
Well, I had to come, didn't I? You'd have to be bloody daft to turn your nose up at a chance like this. Where better to conduct my final tests than a land so steeped in ether you can taste it?
'Tis plain the passage of the years hath done little to dampen thy youthful spirits, and nothing at all to reform thy youthful manner.
Urianger, where in the hells have you been hiding?
Unhand me.
I come all this way, and that's what you have to say to me. I much preferred when you were pleading with me to drop everything and hurry to your side. What was it you said? None save thee can satisfy this need.
Go on. Thine artless attempts to misrepresent mine all too innocent motives do thee little credit. Mine intent, as well thou knowest, was but to impress upon thee the gravity of the circumstance. Lest thou doubt, a deiform entity shall shortly be summoned, save if thou and no other grantest my compeers thine aid.
You still haven't found it, then? Your missing aetherite?
We have not. No. We know that Iceheart teleported to an aetherite not far from the first. Yet even after careful analysis, we could not locate the second beacon. We now suspect that the Heretics destroyed the second aetherite to impede our pursuit. Our allies continue to scour Snowcloak for Iceheart's sanctuary, but we have no guarantee that they will find it. Yet it must be found, for even now Iceheart prepares to call upon Saint Shiva.
I'm sorry, but if the aetherite's been destroyed, then that's that. Although, you're absolutely sure she used the first aetherite, are you? She didn't just use teleportation magics?
One of our own bore witness to her escape. I can say with absolute certainty that Iceheart used the aetherite.
In that case, there might be a way, so long as the ethereal current is still flowing.
Truly? How?
We use the current to recreate the beacon. As you know, aetherites are a bit like lighthouses. We use them to reconstitute our physical forms when crossing the ethereal sea. Without them, we'd lose all sense of direction and our essence would dissipate. However, we don't rely solely on these beacons. There are currents of ether which flow between them, currents which help guide us to our destination. Now, these currents will gradually dwindle away to nothing if an aetherite is destroyed. But if even a sluggish flow remains, we could theoretically use it to direct a surge of concentrated ether towards the void left by the beacon, and thereby fill it up again.
Like opening the floodgates to fill a dry riverbed. Though, correct me if I'm wrong, but would we not need a veritable reservoir of ether?
In concert, we might manage to channel a sufficient volume, yet that is not my chief concern. To direct the flow of so great a volume of ether with the requisite precision would be a nigh impossible task in itself.
I barely succeeded in facilitating travel to an unattuned beacon. That which you describe sounds considerably more difficult.
And dangerous. Every person who has attempted to teleport in this fashion has died in the process. They, however, did not have white auracite at their disposal. I can use it to channel all the ether you can give me into the aetherite. However, white auracite cannot retain ether for an extended period of time, so we would need to infuse it immediately beforehand. Just so you know, I'd confidently give this plan better than even odds of success. And if the worst comes to worst, your people won't suffer.
Though it risked the lives of our best and brightest, we have not the time to seek other options. If the ethereal current still flows, we shall carry out Moonbreeder's plan.
That's the spirit. Let's roll the dice.
Alright, and I believe this should basically lead into the Shiva fight, no? I've already informed Alpha Note of our plan to recreate the beacon in a manner Breda described. He agreed that despite the inherent danger, it represents our only hope of success. He also said he wished to meet you with the Stone Cloak before proceeding. I expect you will find him waiting for you there when you arrive. I want you to know that I appreciate everything you've done on our behalf, Lions, and I have faith that you will return to us, as you always have. Out of curiosity. It would only give us like 2,000. I was gonna see if I can level up some of my other jobs with these quests. But A, I don't have the gear for it, and B, it wouldn't be that much experience anyway. done? Huh? There we go. No such thing as too far. Give me more. Give me it all. Good to see you, Lions. I was starting to wonder if you were having second thoughts. Captain Elbert sends his regards, by the way. He attends the interrogation of Elaine, Royale, and Ulda even as we speak. We shall not distract you from the matter at hand. We will discuss the Ivy upon your return. I trust that by which I mean to say, the others are waiting for at the Aetherite after you, Scion. I need some. You got. I need something with a bit of crunch. I'll take some, Princess. Thank you. Jesus Christ, how many are you giving me? Stop. There. There, it's ready. It works, I think. Try to tune into the Aether right now. Feel the current and try to locate the beacon. We have all we can. We have done all we can, Lions. For now, let us withdraw. When your final preparations are complete, we must seek out the beacon we have created. If by the grace of the 12 you will arrive safely, we must stop Iceheart before she summons Shiva. And I ignore the possibility that our actions have alerted Iceheart to our plans. Should that be the case, she may attempt to hasten the completion of the summoning ritual. If she succeeds, little choice but to face Shiva in battle. Knowing little of this saint, I cannot say if your own strength will suffice. Should I encourage you to call upon your allies? Some may have reservations about waging their lives on the success of Umbreda's experiment, but others will surely agree to desperate crimes call for desperate measures. Before you assemble your party, pray speak with the knight. I believe he has a message for you, Sir Emmerich. I don't think I can do it by myself right now. I'm not that strong. Sir Emmerich regrets to say he could not be here in person, as I read you this letter. This guard faces an unprecedented threat. In our hour of need, it is not her knights who stand, but poised to defend her, Lionheart. The warrior of light, savior of yours, your deeds this day shall not be forgotten. Where others would flee, you choose to remain. While others would falter, you rise to the challenge. Where others would use their gifts to selfish ends, you yield yours to service to the greater cause. May Halone bless you with good fortune and see you safely home. have to see how long this takes. Honestly, depending on how quick this goes, this might be the last thing I do tonight. Battlecraft. Go ahead and do these guys. Should probably finish those off. Yeah, whatever. Let's see, simple solution. Need you. Underneath. Go ahead and start that one up next. Let's do for this guy. Just be... Yeah, just be... 6 of them? Got it. That's easy. Oh, if this is an escort one. This one's gonna suck. Oh, I hate you so goddamn much. Okay. So we gotta do... Wait, no, that's not right. Emotes. Where are you at? Beckon. Where is... Beckon. Okay, there we are. Hate these moments with the passion. Let's kill you first. This is why I hate him. Okay, come on. They're the most annoying ones. I feel like the other one, Death with Indignity, might be another one. We'll see. No, it's just this one. Got it. Maybe this pumps us up to 16, and then we can work on the next job. Good evening to you, adventure. It's a fine evening it is, I say. A fine evening for a Levitt quest. Pretty close. So this gives us meditation, opens up a chakra. The 5 chakras can be opened at once, opens all 5 chakras when used outside of combat. Triggers the cooldown of weapon skills upon execution. Conversely, execution of weapon skills triggers the cooldown of this. Actions changes to Steel Peak when all 5 chakras are open. Okay. Ah, there you are, Lions. I hope you've come prepared for a lesson. Today I want you to go and fight the tonic toads in the nest of their unholy air. Make no mistake, son, these toads are huge, and means they have huge guts, and that's beside the point. The point is you'll need to use your hand to overcome them. Thanks to their immense girth, the toads hit hard. Fortunately, they tend to hit wild as well. So bide your time and wait for an opening, and when the opening's shown, whack, rip and tear through your foe with your fists. As proof that you defeated the toads, would you bring 5 of their legs? Chinchudo and I will be waiting for you at Blackbrush Station. Your lesson continues there. Okay, so where am I looking for this guy? This guy is over here. Got it. This is why I said this might be the last thing I do, because it takes forever to even get into the fight. Right, so what am I... Keep up for anything else that's on our hunting log. I'm pretty sure some of them, like this guy right here. Might as well fill this out. Yeah, I won't take it. I thought it's gonna do too much damage to me. That D completely missed anyway, so fuck it. Who needs to move?
You should never have come here, warrior of light. I labor only to forge a lasting peace. A peace you would deny us out of ignorance and blind faith. No matter. If it is our fate to be at odds, then it is mine to strike you down.
This is such a cool summoning.
We whom gods and men have forsaken shall be the instruments of our own deliverance. Partake of my flesh. Fill this vessel with your light. Walk amongst your brothers and sisters once more. Oh, Saint Shiva, still the hatred within our hearts and bless us with eternal grace.
Ah, damn it, that was a misclick. Okay, get away, get away, get away, get away. Okay, we should start seeing diamond dust here any second. There it is. Probably one of my favorite primals in all of Realm Reborn. Just because it's such an interesting idea that it's not doesn't just have to be like a god. Like the fact that she even sacrifices her. And then the music that I find is just great too.
Fool. Blind, bloody fool. You, of all people, should understand the suffering war begets. That no sacrifice is too great if it brings an end to the violence. Mine is the righteous cause. You fight in a war you do not understand. A pawn of liars and schemers. And they are no less ignorant than you, following the creed of their fathers without question, never thinking to ask why. Trapped in a delusion of their own creation, and blind to the truth. Warrior of light, redemption is not beyond us. We who walk before may lead those who walk after. Seek the keeper of the lake. See with eyes unclouded. Do not squander a mother's gift.
And so the vessel withdraws, a predictable outcome. Nevertheless, La Habrea will be pleased. How unfortunate.
For the 12, you're alive? I mean, of course you're alive. Why wouldn't you be? Iceheart did what? And you're certain about that, are you? Devonians are skilled declaimers, after all. Look, if you say that's what you saw, I believe you. Because I've never heard of a primal being summoned like that before. You sure you're not injured? That trauma has been known to cause hallucinations, you see. No? Fair enough, I was only asking. You asked me what there's not to be gained from mulling over the implications of your story in the freezing cold. Let's save it for the Rising Stones, eh? Get everyone to meet us there. But before that, you must pay a visit to White Brim Front and speak with Alphanode. He's worried sick about you. That or he's busy playing politics with the Ishgardians. Either way, I'm sure he'll be delighted to see you hale and healthy. Speaking of which, you don't have a headache or anything, do you? No? Blurred vision? No reason. See you again soon. Alright, before we do that, I am going to go do this real quick. So, did you bring me the toad legs? Alright, that is the stuff, alright. Just need some butter, a slice of sun lemon, and a pinch of... Master? What I mean to say is you've done well to defeat the toxic toads, Lions. For the next part of your lesson, you'll be putting your endurance to the test against... the talk is true. Hammond Holyfist is really here. I can take nearly a step outside the guild without being flocked by fans. This is the price of fame. Please, sir, I have great need of your legendary skills. Somnus is being smuggled through the Blackbrush Station. Reported to the brass blades and the stone torches to ask them to put an end to it, but they both turned a blind eye. Somnus, that's a mind-warping substance made of dream flowers. Those who overindulge are said to fall into eternal slumber. A dear friend of mine suffered the very fate. That's why I want to put an end to the smuggling. But I'm just an ordinary person, and there's precious little I can do. You've done enough to bring word to me, friend. For as surely as Hammond Holyfist is my name, I'll see the smuggler's scum thrown into dungeons before the bell is through. Hells bless you. You truly are a hero to us all. Slight change of plans, Lion. In place of endurance test, we are going to find and apprehend the smugglers. But first we must gather information. You two find out what you can from the people of Blackbrush Station. Report back once you learn something. For Somnus smugglers, you say. Where does they associate with the Alacrin? A coalition of cold-blooded criminals, but beware, they're always acting in alliance. There's an abandoned Kukirin lair a short distance west of the Coffin. Decent folk tend to give that place a wide berth. Ideal for smuggling operations, wouldn't you say? This appears to be a silvered-haired Lalafell who's been skulking about the station recently. He's headed west bearing a suspicious burden. The Alacrin likely hide out in a silver-haired Lalafell. Like the sounds of this, not one bit. Like as not, the smuggler operated out of the abandoned Kukirin lair west of the Coffin. We will lie in wait for them there. Those balls, that's... We've really outdone ourselves this time. Master Wegfar is bound to be pleased. Save the talk. You have the crates to move. Ryukuda, it is you, isn't it? Chichito and Master, it's been a while. You vanished from the guild with nary a word, and we find you here smuggling Somnus with those villains. What is the meaning of this? Ryukuda, my boy, I didn't teach you to fight so that you can become as pox of society. My student or no, you must be held as accountable. Chichito, Lions, your lesson begins. Apprehend the smugglers. You lot, take care of these meddlers. Oops. Make sure we're targeting the right guy. Oh, shit. How did you heal? Okay, you're really tough for some reason. And I'm not quite sure what... Oh, because she's killing him, isn't she? I'm in Holy Fist. Just our luck. If you know who I am, then you'll know what's good for you. Come quietly or there will be trouble. Holy Fist. Don't make me laugh. You're being fooled, all of you. Who's fooling who? What in the world are you talking about? It was a dark night several moons ago. I was in the wilds training alone. From a distance, I caught sight of Master leaving the tavern and turning for the city. Looking to accompany him back, I followed on his heels and was about to call out when I saw this. You would challenge the Holy Fist. You have a fighting spirit, I'll grant you that. But you do well to know your limits. Master? You read my every move. No ordinary marmot. I wanted was to be surrounded by scantily clad maidens when my time came. Gods are cruel. Master, what is the meaning of this? Explain yourself. Now you see it with your own eyes. Master was beaten by a marmot, a common bleeding marmot. He would remind us how strong he was at every turn, but he was lying through his teeth. I could scarce believe my eyes. Wait until Master Wegfar learns of this. Forgive me, Chuchito, Lions. I didn't mean to deceive anyone, least of all my students. Him and Holy Fist conquered every foe that stood before him, but it couldn't conquer old age. My strength, my reflexes, my endurance, they've all left me. There's nothing here but a decrepit old man. I'd be alone for a while, make my way back to the guild from now on. You're to do as Chuchito bids, Lion. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the Pugilist Guild real quick, turn this in, and that's probably gonna be it for tonight. We did a fair bit. I'm trying to think, what is still left? I know we still have to go meet Midgard Somer. Honestly, outside of that, I don't think there's too much more of plot. I've been doing some thinking, Lions. While 'tis true that monster has been deceiving us, he meant us no harm. Besides, I owe him my life. Had he not taken me in all those years ago, I would have died in some ditch. I could never bring myself to hate him, and if he were some ordinary old man, I would still respect him. Alas, with the truth of his condition revealed, Master Hammond has lost his sense of purpose, his will to train. And I'm weary to see him like this. I want him to regain his confidence, but for that he needs to regain his former strength. Listen, Lions. Master may have ever said that you remind him of his younger self. Were you continue showing rapid improvement, I dare to hope that they would rekindle his fighting spirit. To this end, I will teach you a new technique, one which Master Hammond used to great effect during his prize-fighting days. Steel Peak, it's called. And it's you channel your gathering chakra into a powerful attack performed above your entire body. Make this technique your own and strive to grow stronger still. When Master Hammond beholds you, you will surely be moved to action. Delivers an attack of 180, can only be executed while in combat and under the effect of 5th chakra. The 5th chakra closed upon execution. Shares a recast timing with Holy Fist. So we got the chakra gauge increases the number of chakra currently open. Opening 5 allows you to execution of steel people. Got it. We do probably need to go over here to our HUD layout. Move that over here. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna call that there, and I don't know, I'll try to knock out more next time.